What's up, y'all? We are back here for episode 13. 13 is a great number on the Fibonacci sequence. Love the sequence. Live a lot of my life based on numbers on the sequence. Time I wake up has to add up to a number on the sequence or, um, relate in some way. Sets at the gym. Um, everything I try to do has to revolve around the sequence or some sort of angel number, although the sequence doesn't necessarily relate to angel number. Anyway, that has nothing to do with what we are talking about today. It's just fascinating. So this is episode 13 of I'm So Beastly. I'm your host, Mr. Richard, and as always, okay, we're gonna start off with two things: links to my books, Winston Feathersby, I'll let you know how it goes, and Dream Journal, both down below. And then, of course, we must talk about the vision: 134 episodes, 1 million followers slash subscribers. This is episode 13, meaning we have 121 more episodes till we reach our vision and we have a million followers slash subscribers. We are currently sitting at a total of 36. We have 26 subs on YouTube, so we're gaining, we're going up. Dope. And we have 10 on Spotify. So we're also going up there. So, progress is key. Progress is key. We're starting to groove. We're starting to groove. Now, last episode, I remember saying I have no clue what I'm going to talk about on episode 13, which was true at the time. And then shortly after, I remembered something that struck me quite deeply when I heard it for the first time. Because at first glance, it's like, wow, that I cannot believe that just came out of someone's mouth. That's wild to say. Then you think about it, and you're like, you know what? It's right. He's right. Um, and it all depends as well on how you take it and how you go about following this statement. And that matters a whole deal. That matters a ton, based on, I suppose, how well you're doing in relation to society. Does how you take that statement help society or does it hurt society? Is it beneficial? Is it non-beneficial? Is it positive or is it negative? Right? And obviously we want it to be positive. Um, and if it is positive, then it is completely valid and true. And if it's negative, it's still a true statement, but it's just like something that's disgusting and questionable, at best. Um, so we're here we are. The topic today is currency. Okay. So in this case, the quote was, you know, attention is currency, right? And once you have it, you can do anything. And the person that said that was Logan Paul. That was from a clip of his TV show coming up, his reality show coming up. It's probably out now. I have no clue. I used to watch a lot of wrestling, still do every now and again. But this was a commercial on for like WWE or SmackDown or pay-per-view at some point, I think. I don't really remember. But anyway, that was one of the quotes that they put on the the preview for the show. And when I heard it, I'm like, man, this guy sucks. Now, granted, nothing more, because it's like, okay, just knowing how his life is, but watching him wrestle and like, I have nothing against the guy, but that statement really got to me because I was like, wow, this is awful. Like, your whole life is about attention. But then the more you think about it, it's like, okay, I let it settle. And I was like, man, that's one of the realest statements I've ever heard in my entire life, is that attention is currency. And once you have it, you can do anything. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Attention is currency, right? That's the whole point of everything out there right now, right? Look at social media. It's all about likes. It's all about comments. It's all about followers. And I get it. I'm trying to sell books. I'm trying to, get my information out there. Yes, I'm trying to do it in a positive way. I'm not trying to, you know, flood the market, flood society with negative thoughts or, negative frequency, negative vibration. I'm trying to lift it up. So, my everything I put out there, not necessarily, I have put up joking stuff before, right? But everything I've put up recently and everything I plan to put up in the future has been trying to, spread love, spread positivity, spread information that can help self-growth, self-improvement, right? And so, yes, I am usually trying to utilize social media in a way that's beneficial for me, but also what I'm putting out there is hopefully beneficial for, the consumer. Okay. And we're all consumers. But in this case, the fact is that attention is everyone is seeking attention in their own way for their own thing. Everybody's seeking attention, right? It is the currency. Okay. Social media, marketing, all companies, everything is based around marketing, around selling products. It's not necessarily a genuine thing, all right? Okay, for instance, in the, college athletics, let's take it, the NIL, that is 100% about exposure, about attention. It has nothing to do with the quality of play on the field, right? I mean, you have people getting multi-million dollar NIL deals who really haven't had much success. And so it's interesting because, they have a social media following, and that's really what it's all about. You can easily get a marketing deal, an NIL deal, become, get a commercial, get something based on social media following. If you're popular, right? So popularity never ends, right? The Bowling for Soup song, um, I think it's called 1985. Maybe the song's called, I don't know, but they have a line that says high school never ends. And it's so true, right? It's so true. Life, society, everything's clicky, right? People still judge you. Um, they're still pointing fingers. They're still trying to impress people. They still care about what people think. But that's so high school. That's so middle school. That shouldn't matter in real world, right? I mean, you have people getting attention for doing dumb stuff, for doing mean stuff to people, pulling vicious pranks on people, or doing just the dumbest stuff that has no value whatsoever to society, and just blowing up and going viral and becoming the biggest thing ever. Right? And I mean, I'm all for, entertainment. I'm all for entertainment. I get it has its place. I love entertainment. My favorite genre is comedy, and most of them are stupid. So I totally get it. And I have stupid ideas myself that I have tried to put forth in the past and may still in the future, right? But stupidity isn't always stupid if there's a positive message behind it or some sort of, underlying message, right? If you're getting the attention for doing the same exact 5-second dance as everyone else on the internet, just because I don't, for whatever reason, like that's not authentic. There's no reason for that. That's it. It's very negative, right? It just there's no point to it. I don't things like that should not become the most popular, right? We need to be promoting intelligence, right? Give the attention to intelligent statements, to intelligent people, to intelligent works, right? And I'm not saying this for myself. Yes, I think my books are very smart, right? Perhaps I'm biased. See for yourself. Check it out, right? Perhaps I'm biased, but I think my books are smart. They definitely have some immature elements to them, but the underlying messages, the themes, they are much smarter than they seem on the surface. And I think that's the difference. And I'm not saying I'm special by any means. I am very special, but so are you in your own way. I'm special in my own way, right? We all have our specialties. If you look at a previous episode of mine, find your genius, right? We are all geniuses in our own way. And we should all be getting the proper attention for those, provided we find them and pursue them, right? But I suppose attention is not always good. Yes, attention allows you to do whatever you want. The more you have, the more you can do, because once you get attention, it's easy to get more attention. And the more attention you have, the more money you can make in this world because it's all about selling products, right? That's the whole point nowadays is to sell products. right? That I mean, it's kind of disgusting unless the product brings actual value to your life. Does it improve your everyday life? If yes, then absolutely go for it. Bring it on. But if it doesn't, then we need to reevaluate like why? Why are we doing this? Why are we putting these people on a pedestal when they don't put out any type of positive message. They don't put out anything that can benefit us, right? We should be searching for knowledge in every single aspect. So the people who are getting attention, the topics that are getting attention should be those topics that either, heal us or improve us mentally or physically or spiritually or some aspect of our lives greatly improves, based on the things that we give our attention to, right? The things we give currency to. And on the flip side, we should be trying to make our own currency, get our own attention for positive things. We should be uplifting those around us. We should be spreading all the love, right? We should, excusez-moi, right? We need to help raise the vibration of Earth, raise the frequency of Earth, get it proper, right? Get it balanced, get it where it needs to be, just as a whole. And it starts with the individual. I mean, we need to know that the things we give attention to start to, you know, take a hold over our lives. We start to think about things that don't benefit us. They'd be, we waste time doing things that have no value to us at all. We give them our attention. Okay. We allow those things that don't have value for us to do whatever they want. The people, the things, whatever, you know, what have you. What have you? Question or statement? Hmm. But Logan Paul was correct. And honestly, he definitely started out getting attention in a negative way. No doubt about it. And I'm sure he would honestly probably agree with that. But now, and I'm sure there's still, moments where it's negative attention. Of course, we all do things that would bring us negative attention at times, right? Whether it be, for whatever reason. But I've listened to some things he said on Impulsive. I haven't listened to episodes, but I've listened to a couple topics or a couple like blurbs, and it seems like he is trying to put out a positive message now. For the most part, obviously, he's trying to bring light to things, and of course, he would know more about a lot of issues than most of us. He's greatly connected in a lot of avenues. He has a ton of attention. He can do whatever he wants. Good for him. Kudos to him, right? I wouldn't say he did it in the most respectable way, but now he's turned a corner and I think he is doing it in a proper way from what I've seen. I haven't seen everything, but from what I've seen, it seems as though he is definitely, doing things the right way, trying to spread a positive message. And kudos to him. Logan Paul, obviously you're going to be listening to this because, you know, dope dope, fresh fresh. Yeah, kudos to you for using your platform. You built the platform. Now you can spread your message. Hopefully it remains positive. From what I've heard, it has been. So, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, that's basically what this whole world is about is attention. But when you try to get your attention, are you doing it in a positive way? When you have the attention, are you using it for good or for evil, for lack of better words? Are you using it for the light or the darkness? Are you spreading a positive message or a negative message? Once you have attention, people will start to look up to you. They will listen to you, right? They will do what you say, whether you deserve their allegiance or not. They will do what you say, right? We as a society, we look up to those who are famous, right? We make people famous because of because we're told we should look up to them, right? But what's the difference between someone who, stars in movies or is a great actor on YouTube on their own YouTube channel? Nothing. It's the audience and the power we put behind it, right? It's how we view something. It's the perspective of being a YouTube star or being a movie star. There's really no difference except for the production quality and the money put into something. But if the acting quality is good, then what's the difference? Who's like, why is one person more famous than the other? Because the stage is bigger? Okay, right? But then you have people who actually make a genuine difference in the world. And not to say all actors are bad. There are definitely bad actors out there, you know, performance-based and personally. Um, but, of course, there's bad people in every profession, so I can't really, not saying that, anything on them. However, once they get the platform, like, sure, go ahead and, push out something, push out a positive message. Some do, some definitely don't. But, but anyway, the point is, when you get the attention, yes, you have the currency. You are the richest person here. The person with the most attention on earth is the richest person on earth. I don't care about money, right? But they are the richest in a certain aspect. Once you have all the attention, you can do whatever you want. You start getting things for free. When the more famous you become, the more free stuff you get because they want to slap their name on it and have you market it, have you sell it. Right? So the more stuff you can afford, the more stuff you get for free. It's a completely backwards society. It's actually wild how it works. But yes, attention is currency, right? Let's all get positive attention. Let's please focus our attention on positive things, on intelligent things, on searching for knowledge. Let's give more, you know, proper respect to those who deserve it, those who are trying to make the world a better place actively, right? The ones who go overlooked. Okay? Let's give them more attention. Let's make the most famous people in the world, and some of them are authors, right? Doctors. I wouldn't say lawyers. Lawyers, potentially, some of them do good work, but, a lot of them are shady and neither here nor there. But, we do need them. First responders, obviously, medical field, teachers, of course. Once again, I'm biased for sure. I am a teacher. I'm also an author, so both of those things, of course, I put them in the list. But the point, like, I'm not saying like they should all be famous, but that's where our attention should go. We are, those fields, I'm sure there are others that I've missed, they should be the ones who are becoming famous because they're giving society something of value, right? I get entertainment, and if you want to keep them, famous, keep them with our attention, with our currency, all right, nothing wrong with that, but we should just, have it split. We need to have the entertainment side as well as the intelligent side. I'm not calling athletes dumb. I'm not calling actors dumb. I'm not saying any of that. So please don't twist my words. But what I'm saying is we need the knowledge, the pure knowledge set to be given the respect, the credit it deserves, the currency it deserves, the attention it deserves. And we should all be searching for truth. We should all be searching for knowledge. We should be trying to grow as humans, grow as individuals, right? That is where our attention should go. That is what we should be spending our currency on, right? So one thing that I obviously did not think was proper at the time until I, let it simmer a little bit. Attention is currency. Once you have it, you can do anything you want. Credit to Logan Paul for that statement. Right? Just think about it. Okay? Think about where your attention goes. Think about where you're spending your currency. But that's all we have for you on this episode, this lovely, beautiful episode of I'm So Beastly. All right, I'm Mr. Richard. This has been episode 13. Give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe, follow, all that jazz, you know, or don't. It's like I said, it's always up to you. It's always up to you. Do what you feel. Um, Yeah, but we're going to be coming back and we'll see what episode 14 brings us. As of right now, I once again have no idea. Perhaps we'll go back to our little research notebook and see, but we will catch you next time. I'm so beastly. You are so beastly. We are so beastly. Toodles.